Hi, my name is Mike Johnson. I'm taking you on an inside and outside video tour of this 2013 Toyota Sienna Limited Premium. This is the Sienna Limited Premium because it has the navigation and DVD entertainment system. A lot of them don't, but this is the top of the line. This is the fanciest you can get in the two-wheel drive configuration. It's basically got pretty much all the options. So starting with the outside, this is Sienna Limited. It comes with the smart key system. I have 2 keys included, and I'm going to show them to you, both keys. So from the smart key you can operate the power sliding doors and the power rear hatch, open or close, using the key. So just press the button and the doors open and close. And because this is a limited, it has dual sunroofs. Up on the roof you have the front tilt and slide power moonroof and the center row tilt and slide power moonroof parade sunroof. It doesn't pop up in the center, it only pops up in the front because you get too much wind noise. But it does open all the way, so you can stick your body out and take pictures or star in a parade. And then of course you can open or close the doors from the remote control. This is an extremely clean car. This is a certified pre-owned. We had to fight off Toyota dealers to get this. They wanted it because they don't come around every day when they're this nice and this clean. This has no accidents, no paint work. I think the rear bumper was repainted, not the front bumper, but the rear bumper was repainted. That happens. These are plastic, and if they get little nicks or scratches on them, you know, people park too close, you have to correct that yourself with paint. They don't have chrome bumpers, but this is about as clean as they get. On a scale with A plus being the best, this is an A, grade A, super clean inside. Most minivans are B's and C's. This is about as nice as they get. Let's start with the wheels and tires. Front tires are brand new or almost completely brand new, and we're taking a look at the rim. They haven't ground this wheel at all on any curbs, which is surprising. This has the factory Toyota mudguard kit, which helps keeps your sides clean, and it has the chrome body lower accent molding. It really doesn't have any dents. There's not any chips. There's almost no chips at all on the front. It has the factory windshield. It hasn't been replaced. It's got a genuine Toyota glass, and it's not all chipped up. This left rear rim, don't see any damage. Looking at the edges, it's not been ground off on a curb somewhere. And again, you've got the mud guards. Let's go on the shady side. On the Limiteds, these rear windows open. They pop out so you can ventilate, you know, with your sunroofs open, and you get a cross flow ventilation so the car doesn't get so hot on those hot sunny days. Rear tire is not new, but you probably have 10,000 miles or so remaining tread, unless you're going to be in extreme snow conditions. This is not an all-wheel drive. This is a two-wheel drive. There is no curbing on the third rim. Like I said, that's unusual. Most people grind a little spot here or there. I say 90% of people scratch their wheels. And the right front wheel, the fourth wheel, I don't see any curbing on the edge. Usually you get ground off on the edge, and they haven't damaged the rim. Tire shops haven't damaged it. Again, you've got that chrome lower accent molding. Got chrome door handles. These are the premium mirrors, so they have puddle lamps. These little lights in the bottom light up where you're going to step when you get out of the car. You've got turn signal indicators in the mirror. You've got fog lights, front and rear parking sonar sensors. But this has more than just parking sonar. This has a blind spot monitor system. I'm going to move the car in the shade. I'm going to explain that to you. So let's take a look inside this interior systems of this 2013 Sienna. The last 6 digits of the VIN number are 685. Right there. It's extremely clean car. Look inside how clean it is. Nice and clean. In case you're gonna like spend all day at the park or something, you can block the interior lights from operating with these switches over here. You've got different light capabilities, forced on and so forth. It has the SOS system, which is very similar to General Motors OnStar system. So if you enable that system by subscription, it will you can call for help just at the press of a button. Of course, we can do that from our cell phone, but it also will stolen vehicle recovery and things like that. You have a conversation mirror up here, so you can adjust that, or this is your sunglasses holder. Put your sunglasses up there or put it in conversation mode. And you got your power sunroof controls right here. So you've got your tilt slide power moonroof and your rear power sunshade and sunroof. And you have a lockout button to keep people in the back seat from playing with it. I'm going to close it because I don't want glare on my video. And you can close this off completely. You've got an electrochromic auto dimming mirror, which means this glass darkens electronically, and you've got a compass display on it. Now this has darker tinted windows in it. It's very dark tinted, so you should never have problems with bright lights from behind. The electrochromic rear view mirror, I believe the outside mirrors are also electrochromic dimming as well. You got your various buttons over here, your blind spot monitor system, enable, disable, your parking sonar sensor, enable, disable, your stability control, disable. You don't normally use that, only for like an emissions test. Rear window open and close for those quarter windows. I can close those right here. And your power mirrors. Now this is a limited, so you have programmable button 1 and button 2 for your seat and mirror settings. So you got his and hers, his, well these days his and hers, his and his, whatever. You got your programmable mirror settings for driver 1 and driver 2. So once you set all your mirrors and your seat the way you like it, you press set and hold it, and press 1 or set and hold that 2, whichever driver you want to be. It has power folding side mirrors with turn signals in them. So your turn signal flashing there. And then you can, you know, you park and it's tight, you don't want your mirrors broken off, so you fold them in on, you see a motorcycle coming and you want to fold in your mirror so they don't hit it or kick it. You can do that. You got a nice change holder right here for your toll roads. They're putting toll roads everywhere. You got your change holder, parking meters and so forth. You got your cruise control right here, your Bluetooth for telephone, answer and hang up buttons on the steering wheel, and your radio volume buttons, mode, you know, CD, DVD, Bluetooth. Now this has Bluetooth audio, so we're going to talk about the dash radio here for a second. So this has the premium dash radio navigation unit, and you've got Bluetooth audio. It has capability to hold CDs, but that's old school nowadays. You got all your music you can put on your smartphone, and so I got my songs right here, so I can put my song that I want to play, Kelly Clarkson, and it's playing wirelessly to the dash radio. So you see Kelly Clarkson playing via Bluetooth. And then this is a JBL premium sound, which even the XLEs don't seem to get the premium sound anymore. They used to, but not anymore. This has JBL premium sound with 5.1 home theater. 5.1 means there's 5 audio channels plus a subwoofer. So you actually have a center speaker for voice. When you're watching movies, it sounds like a movie theater in here. But you've got 5.1 theater sound, which the XLEs don't get. And I can turn the volume all the way up and it sounds really good. I didn't even go all the way up. It goes all the way up. If you're deaf, you can go all the way up. Or I can change to a different song. And then it's playing right here. Imagine Dragons. And you can see the artist and title right here. And it's nicely arranged in folder tabs. So you've got AM, FM, satellite, CD, DVD, Bluetooth, auxiliary, or USB. So yes, you can plug your USB port in down here. You've got a USB port so you can charge your phone from the USB port, or you can plug the auxiliary jack and listen to those sources, or you can even listen and watch the movie. So if I set the parking brake, I go to my audio menu and I select DVD, I can watch a movie because there's a movie playing on the entertainment system. Now this will not show unless you're stopped with a parking brake on. But let's say you're watching the movie and you're waiting someplace for somebody to go in or out, and you want to watch the movie too because you're tired, you can do that when you're not moving. And it's 5.1 home theater sound. So sounds really good. Go back to audio. I have pause, rewind, fast forward. I can pull that up and I can control it with this. I can control the movie. So do all those settings. Go to menu. And then now I'm in the menu. So I have full DVD control from the driver's seat. The DVD player is right here. You can lock that so there's won't get dust in it from dirty roads. There are so many drink holders in this van. I think there's at least 14 drink holders, including bottle holders. So you got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14, 16 drink holders in this van. A lot of drink holders. So of course you have the touchscreen navigation system, which it supports live traffic. You have to pay a subscription. It's about $40 a year to XM Sirius satellite, and they'll transmit the traffic information, which is really cool if you live in a congested area. If you live in the middle of nowhere, you might not need it, but if you live in the city, it's really nice to have the traffic display. This is your traffic indicator right here, and that'll turn red, green, or yellow depending on the traffic. And so I'm going to show it's not on right now because the subscription has been deactivated, but I have it on my wife's car and I pay for it. You get red, yellow, and green stripes on each direction of the freeway, and traffic alerts. If there's a freeway closed or something, it can save you a lot of time on your freeway travels. It's very helpful. Going on to the next features. I'm going to demonstrate the power third row seats. Before I do, I want to show you there's some release handles. If you wanted to take the second row seats out, there's release handles right there. Those are release handles, and you pull that handle and the center row seats can come out. And I've hauled, not in this Sienna, but in another Sienna, a red one, I've hauled plywood 4x8 sheets a couple years ago in a 2011 Sienna. You can fit a blanket in here and lay plywood sheets in here with the 2 front seats still intact. You can have more cargo room in this van, I think, than any other minivan. You want bigger, you got to go to the Fords or the Chevys, full-size vans. This is the biggest of the minivans as far as interior cargo space. So this has the power folding third row seat. So it's only available with a 2-wheel drive limited. None of the other Siennas have it, but with a two-wheel drive limited package, you can just hit the switch here, and then the seat operates. It goes up out of the floor and sets up. And the other one is the same way, hitting the switch. And you have to hold the switch for the first part of travel until it latches to the floor. Once it's established a latch into the floor, then it goes the rest of the way up. And they've had this power folding third row seat designed since 2006 model year, and they improved it in like 2007, and then the new body style came out in 2011 body style. So this has been around for 10 years, these power folding third row seats, so they work pretty good. Toyota doesn't really have any problems with them. You hit the switch, the headrest fold out of the way so they can clear the second row seats, and there you go. There's 3 different positions: up, halfway, or down flat into the floor. Again, to go flat into the floor, you just press and hold it, and you can do it 2 fingers at the same time. They go right there flat into the floor. And if you're going to keep it so you don't have stuff falling down in there, you can fold these over. There you are. You're ready to go to Home Depot or Best Buy and bring home a washer and dryer and sheets of plywood. Haul your cargo. Second row seat, rear entertainment system. I'm going to start in the very back though, because in the back you've got this AC 120 volt power outlet, so you can plug in laptops, or you can plug in the 12 volt cigarette lighter style port. Right here you got a little light you can turn on. The master switch is off, so the lights are off to save battery while I take my pictures. I'll talk about that in the front. But yes, you can plug in a laptop, computer, video game console right there, but it's got a second port right here in the center console. So if I get my camera in the right mode, right down here you've got a second a video game port to plug in your video game. You've got another power outlet so you can plug in laptop, cell phone chargers and things like that. And then this armrest is sliding with a sliding cup holder. You could keep a little wastebasket right here so you can throw your trash on your long trips, or put this away for storage. Carpet's in really good condition. This is not all frayed up. If you've seen as many of these as I have, this is really nice condition inside. But we're talking about the rear entertainment system on this part of the video. I'm gonna pause it here. I have my handheld remote control. Now this is a dual view entertainment system, which means it can show 2 different sources at the same time. Now you could plug in the second DVD player and watch 2 different movies at the same time, and it comes with wireless headphones for that purpose, and they have an A/B switch, so one person can be watching program A while the other watches program B. So if one person is plugged in their video game while the other one was watching a movie, you can have 2 sources on this screen. And so the way that works, it has different size. That's normal, and for this movie that's the perfect size. This movie is cropped at the top and the bottom, but if you're watching the ones that don't have the cropping at the top and the bottom, it'll fill the full screen. And then you can push the video, I think, let's see, DVD, split screen. And now I have a movie over here, I could have a video game over here, or I can switch them back and forth. Center, or I gotta push the right button. Now the movie's over there. Once you get used to it, it's a piece of cake. I always sit in the driver's seat, so I don't get to play with this when I'm going down the road. But you can control all your brightness and contrast and things like that. And you can watch it on the navigation screen as long as you're stopped with the parking brake on. The movie is right here. And from the touchscreen, I can pull up the touchscreen controls and hit play right here. And yes, on the screen, if somebody's watching movies and listening on headphones, you can watch a different source on the front screen. Go back to full screen. And now we're watching the movie in the front while, you know, you're stopped. Now, if the speed is more than 1 mile an hour or the parking brake is not set, it will not show the movie on the front screen. So you can't watch movies when you're driving, but it does work. And it plays DVDs. You can plug in auxiliary inputs for video games and stuff like that. So concluding with a video system, I'm gonna play with my menu, put it back in the middle, and then I'm gonna make it bigger, super zoom. Depending on the aspect ratio, it depends on the movie. So we're going to talk about the second row seating. These are lounge recliner seats. These seats are on tracks located in the floor, so the seat literally will slide forward and back. This one is back a little bit. You release the handle, it slides forward, and it makes it easy to get in the back seat. And I'm going to point out, as I show that the back seat is power folding and power reclining, you have a switch right here for power recline, so you can recline the back seat from right here or lean it forward. So when you're on those long road trips and you want to recline the back seat, it's electric. It's pretty cool. So the center row seats, you push it, it slides back. If you release this handle, you can slide it even more. Put it in any position that you want. There's multiple positions that it can lock into. This is really nice to have so much leg room on those long trips. They get really comfortable back here. Lay back, watch your movie, play your video games, and you have this parade sunroof. Now right now they have the crossbar in the way, so I can't stick my head out. This is an option. Not all of them have the crossbars, but you do have the crossbars. These are adjustable, so you can move them forward or backward. This person decided they wanted it right here, maybe for whatever reason. But they have adjusting knobs, so you can loosen this up and move this forward or backwards as you see the appropriate location. And if this bar's not in the way, you can stick your head out here and wave in the parades at all your fans. Or stand someplace really beautiful and stick your head out and take nice pictures of a national park or something like that too. You know, if you're driving through like Kings Canyon or Sequoia National Park, you can see up and you can look at the beautiful tall trees and things like that when you're driving through the wonderlands of the country. Or watch the movie when you're bored. People say, what are these? These are to hang the plastic bags. They're trying to make plastic bags illegal, but these will hang your grocery bags right here. And then the seats work really well. In the back, you can close and operate your power doors from the door handle. You have power windows, and these windows are extra dark tinted. They're tinted from the factory, and there's an extra film on these, so there's a lot of block of the sun's heat. You've got these privacy screens which you can close off. Looks like they were almost never used, this van. Looks like brand new in here. But power windows, one touch operation. Windows go up. You can put your slide screens up, and you got a button to open the door, which you can press, or you can hit this switch either way to change the direction. And there's safety strips on the edge of these doors, including the back. This strip, if the door is operating and this detects pinching, it reverses the direction automatically. So this will automatically reverse it, and it has it on the rear door as well, which is power. Of course, it operates from the remote. You can operate the door from the driver's seat. But talking about this pinch strip, it goes right down the edge So if I operate the door and this pinch strip detects one of your limbs or something else is getting pinched, it will reverse. Or if it hits, it will reverse automatically. It won't destroy itself. It's pretty good. They work really well. I have very few problems, if any, seen. Even vans with hundreds of thousands of miles on them, they seem to hold up really well. So I've parked this vehicle in the shade to show you this has the blind spot monitor with rear cross traffic alert, and it has the panorama view backup camera, and it has parking sonar sensors front and rear. So parking sonar sensors, if I get like really close to this building and they're on, it's going to start beeping as I get close before I get too close. And you get an indication on your display right there. It's beeping and flashing a light saying, hey, you're getting kind of close on the left front corner. So you can back up away from an object or move away from an object when you're getting too close, pulling in the garage or whatever. That's your close parking sonar sensor system. Okay, that's nice. That's been around for years. But something new is on this van that they didn't have just 1 or 2 years ago, is the blind spot monitor system with cross traffic alert. This little button that says BSM, I turn it off and you have a light on the mirror. I turn it on. See that orange light right there on your mirror? You have these little lights in your mirror. Now if there's a vehicle driving in your blind spot, or there's cross traffic alert, if there's a vehicle approaching that you can't see in your blind spot behind, I'm next to this object, I have an absolute blind spot on my left side. But that radar can see out the back of the car, and if a vehicle's approaching, it will turn this light on and give you an alert if you're trying to back out. Now let's go behind the vehicle and show you what the heck I'm talking about. It has a panoramic view backup camera. Most only have a 90-degree field of view, but this is a 180-degree field of view. So the backup camera can see all the way to the left. It can see all the way to the right. It can see all this area displayed on your backup camera. So even though you have a solid object here blocking your view from the driver's seat, you can look at your backup camera and see there's no vehicles approaching. And you have radar sensors. Now, I gotta explain here. This is a sonar sensor. This transmits and detects objects that are close. Okay, within about 18 to 24 inches, this thing will start beeping faster as you get close to an object. But the long-range radar is hidden inside the bumper, and that's a more sophisticated system which can see about 100 feet from the vehicle. And so the vehicle's approaching from 100 feet away, or a pedestrian from about 25 feet away, that radar will detect them and give you an alert that you have cross traffic when you're backing up. And right now I'm just talking about backing up, like backing out of this blind spot. So you could back safely out of here and know that no vehicles are approaching, because you have blind spot radar and a panoramic view backup camera. So I've explained the cross traffic alert, but the blind spot monitor system also works at high speed. So imagine this Sienna is driving in the traffic lanes on the freeway at 45 miles an hour or faster. Okay, as a vehicle approaches, it shouldn't, but the vehicles do all the time, your road rage driver is approaching at 60 miles an hour, overtaking you at 20 miles an hour on the right where you wouldn't expect them. The blind spot monitor system will detect that vehicle when it's about 100 feet away, approaching at high speed. It'll turn a light on your rear view mirror. Now if you happen to be turning on your turn signal at that time, it's going to flash really fast to let you know, be careful, there's something in or approaching your blind spot. So a vehicle located on the left side or the right side in the adjacent lane will trigger that blind spot monitor light to come on, or flash if you have your turn signal on. Those safety features are great. Now my wife has almost the exact same van like this. We had a 2011 before that and a 2006 before that, but those older ones didn't have this blind spot radar I wanted it, so I got her one that had a 2014 actually. But this 2013 has the blind spot radar system on it. It's a really cool feature. It works really well. It'll keep you out of accidents. And I showed you this car doesn't have damage on it. Those safety systems probably helped to keep this vehicle from being damaged. Let's take a look again at the backup camera. That's your panoramic view backup camera. And that's your normal view, which is like 90 degree. So if you want to see a bigger image of what's right behind you, you can do that view. On the limiteds with the premium navigation, you get the 180 degree field of view. Now they don't have that system on the 2015 or newer, I don't think. But it's pretty cool. The 2011 through 2014s have it. And they're really hard to find with a limited package. And let's talk about the other interior features. So this Sienna has a full set of floor mats, and they're very clean. This van is grade A, about as good as they get condition. As when you're looking at used cars, this is about as good as they get, because some of the minivans, like the rental cars and stuff, they get buried in Cheerios. But this one is from a high-income area, and it's nice. It's really clean. The floor mats, that's the driver's side floor mat. It doesn't have any holes worn in it. It's really clean. I mean, this is the one that gets the most wear. The floor mats are pretty clean. It comes with a full set, and we can install those for you. We took them out so that they could be cleaned by the detailer to make sure they're clean. It wasn't too bad though. Nice and clean van.